Welcome to music. All right, we're going to start this week with our song, Welcome to Music, just like before. And remember, we're taking it on a journey every week. So this week, we're actually going back in time. So we're getting on our time machines, and we're traveling back in the past to a time when people like Mozart or Beethoven were writing music in a classical style. So remember, just like before, I go first, and you're the echo. That part hasn't changed. All right, here I go. Welcome to music, everyone. Hope you have a lot of fun. Now is the time to sing and play. Hope you have a great day. Well, that was pretty fancy, right? That's a fun way to start off with a different style each week. Now we're ready for our warm-up. So in keeping with our classical theme, we're going to hear some classical music. This is by Mozart. And just like usual, I go, then you go. So that should be pretty easy. Clap, clap, clap. Clap, clap, clap. Clap, 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 clap. Clap, rest, rest, clap. Head, head, shoulders. Shoulders, shoulders, knees. Head, shoulders, knees, knees, knees. Head, shoulders, knees. Head, shoulders, knees. 4 flicks to the right. 4 to the left. To the right, to the left. Right, left, right, left. Paint the sky blue. Paint the sky, paint the sky. Roll it up and roll it down. Clap, 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 ready. Excellent, well that's a lot of fun. It's a lot more fun with music. I think I just discovered a new thing. Actually, we've known that for a long time. I want to show you a picture of Mozart. Here he is. His full name was W.A. Mozart, Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart. Pretty fancy name, right? Look what he's wearing. This is when he was a child. He wore really fancy clothes. Well, this is how people dressed a long time ago. But they especially got dressed up fancy like this if they're going to play for kings and queens, dukes and duchesses, princes and princesses. Yes, he was playing for the royal courts of Europe. And so he really got dressed up. He looked amazing, but more importantly, he sounded amazing because he was one of the most gifted musicians ever. I would like to review all the note values we've talked about so far. I think we have 3 different things, right? We have either this one, the half note, right, which is 2 beats, right? It's ta, right? So if you had 2 in a row, it would be ta, ta, right? Half note is 2 beats. I'd like to review the quarter note. Remember, that's just ta, 1 beat, 1 sound, right? If you have 4 in a row here, it would be like ta, 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 right? I think that makes sense, right? And we have no sound at all. That's called a rest, right? So on a rest, we go, there's a beat, but there's no sound at all. Notice how the rest looks really different, right? The notes have a note head and then a stem up on the right, out of sight, quarter note, note head, stem up on the right, out of sight, half note. The rest is just like squiggly. It's like saying, shh, don't make any sound, right? So let's try just this line. Let's practice it to make sure we know what we're doing. Ready? 1, 2, here we go. Ta, 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 ta. Rest, 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 rest. Ta, rest, rest, rest. Ta. Good, you got it? Excellent. I think we're ready to try some of these things to music. All right, we are ready for the challenge round. So we're going to look at all these lines of music and we're going to read them straight through. Don't worry, I'll give you an extra chance. We're going to do each line of music twice. So if you mess up the first time, you have a second chance to get it. Like if we're at the second line and you messed up, remember right at the very end of it, we're going to go right back to the beginning of that line. I'll point, don't worry. All right, good luck. So we're going to try this, and we're going to do it to some music by Beethoven, another classical composer. All right, so here we are, good luck. It goes kind of fast, so get ready. Ready? 1, 2, here we go. Ta, 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 rest, 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 ta, ta, rest, rest, ta, 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 rest, 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 ta, 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 ta. I need a breather. Woo. All right, last line. Get ready. 1, 2, here we go. Ta, 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 ta. Rest, 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 rest. Ta, rest, rest, rest. Ta, 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 rest, 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 rest. Ta, rest, rest, rest. Ta. Whew! We made it to the end. If you messed up, don't worry about it, because guess what? I messed up a little bit too. I just kept on going, kept that beat, and we ended up together. Whew! All right. So, again, that was music by Beethoven. Since I showed you a picture of Mozart, I also have to show you a picture of Beethoven. There he is writing music, and here's a picture of one of the pianos he played. So remember, both Mozart and Beethoven lived a long time ago. Beethoven was a little younger than Mozart. He was born 14 years later, but to us it's basically the same time because there was no electricity back then, so they had no computers, no telephones, no radio, no TV, no cars. So it was a long time ago. In fact, we don't have any photographs of either of them because when they were alive, the only way that we could figure out what they looked like is if somebody painted their picture. And luckily for us, people did. So you can see there he is writing music the old-fashioned way using pencil and paper. No computer, obviously. All right. Now, an interesting fact about Beethoven is that he grew up studying music, played music all his life. When he got older, he started to lose his hearing. So he stopped playing the piano in public, and then eventually he went completely deaf. So he kept on writing music. How can that be? He was deaf and couldn't hear, but he wrote music. Well, he heard it inside his head. If any of you have ever had a dream at night, you know how in the dream sometimes you hear voices, you might even hear music? Well, that's how Beethoven heard the music. It was inside his head. He knew how to read and write music, so he wrote it down, so we have his music today. That's pretty cool. Okay, now I would like to talk about a new kind of note. I don't think we've done these before. So this is what are called eighth notes. Now you see how there's two of them, right? Two of them. Now notice they're joined at the top, right? It's like they're twins, right? So when you see that, here's how you clap that. I'm going to try it just myself. I'm going to count myself in and do it. Ready? 1, 2, here I go. T-T. Well, that's easy, right? I just clap and say T-T. I bet you can do that, right? Let's try that all together. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. T-T. Did you clap 2 times? So did I. That is pretty easy. Let's try What if we had more than one of them? Ooh, look at that. We've got two sets of them, right? Two sets of eighth notes. Let's see what that would sound like. I'm going to clap it. I'm going to count myself in. Ready? 1, 2, here I go. T, 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 T. Oh, that's not so hard, right? I'm going to try that again. This time I'm going to point to it as I do it. Ready? 1, 2, here we go. T, 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 T. Right? So that's two sets of eighth notes. All right. Let's try reading some rhythms that have eighth notes in them. Okay. This is a rhythm that you've heard a lot before. I've clapped it to you. You've clapped it back. So it's nothing to be worried about at all. Let's just look at it. You remember, hopefully you remember this is a ta, right? Ta. Now I'm going to skip ahead. There's a ta at the end, right? Right here, that's where we've got our TT. So this rhythm, I'm going to go super slow. This is what it sounds like. Ready? Here I go. Ta, ta, ti, ti, ta. Now I'm going to clap it. It's going to sound the same. Ready? 1, 2, here I go. Ta, ta, ti, ti, ta. Good. Did I clap 2 times for the TT? I sure did. Let's see if we can all do that all together. Ready? 1, 2, all together. Ta, ta, ti, ti, ta. Well, I've done that in the warm-up a million times, right? I've been like, ready? Ta, 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 da, da, da. And you do it back, right? Head, 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 head. Yeah, you've heard that before many times. So let's try that one more time before we try a new one. Ready? 1, 2, all together. Ta, ta, ti, ti, ta. Well, that's pretty easy. All right, let's take a look at the next one. We have, I call this the moving TT, because now we've got the TT is at the beginning now, right? Well, that's not very hard. You just have to remember to say TT when we first start this rhythm. Let's try it. I'm going to clap it first, then you can go after me. Ready? I go first. 1, 2, here I go. TT, ta, ta, ta. Did you go right away? If not, we're all going to do it together. Ready? 1, 2, all together. TT, ta, ta, ta. Well, that's pretty easy. The tas are the same as before. All we're adding is TT. So whenever you see the twins together with a beam at the top connecting them, it's TT. Let's see the next one here. We've got, all right, how about this one? So now we have the TT's not at the beginning, right? It's not at the end. It's ta, TT, ta, ta. That's not so bad. Let's do this one a few times. Ready? I go first. 1, 2, here I go. Ta, TT, ta, ta. Did you go right away? I forgot to say that. If not, let's do it all together. One last time. 1, 2, here we go. Ta, TT, ta, ta. And our final rhythm is TT at the end. Oh boy. Again, that's not very hard. You just have to be ready for it, that's all. So 3 tas and a TT. Let's see if we can try that all together the first time, then I'll do it by myself. Ready? Let's try all together. 1, 2, here we go. Ta, 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 TT. Did you get it? I'm going to go first again. Sounds like this. Ready? I go. 1, 2, here I go. Ta, 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 TT. Well, I forgot to tell you to go again. All right, let's try it all together. Ready? I'll point to it as we say it. Ready? 1, 2, here we go. Ta, 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 TT. Good. Now we're going to try all of those in a row. All right, here we are. I call this the moving TT, because sometimes the TT's over here, sometimes it's at the beginning of the rhythm, sometimes it's here, sometimes it's at the end. Whenever you see the twins together, you say TT, everything else is ta. But we're going to try this whole line without stopping, but we're going to go nice and slowly. Ready? Good luck. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ta, ta, Ti-ti-ta, ti-ti-ta, ta, 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 ti-ti-ta, ta, 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 ti-ti. Good. Did you get it? This time, instead of pointing, I'm going to actually clap that whole rhythm along with you. Ready? So we're clapping. Just remember to follow along as the beats go by, left to right, just like we read English. Okay, ready? Good luck, same speed. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ta, ta, ti, ti, ta, ti, ti, ta, 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 ti, ti, ta, 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 ti, ti. Good. If you got it perfectly, congratulations. If you messed up, don't worry about it at all, because we've got much more time to practice those. We just started it. Alright, so those are the eighth notes, or the TTs. Now I have a fun song for you to listen to, and if you're in a place where you can sing and echo back, you can do it. The song is fun. It's called I Am a Pizza.
Extra cheese, from tomatoes, sauces squeeze, onions and mushrooms, oregano. I am a pizza, ready to go. Oh, I am a pizza, pepperoni, no anchovies, phony baloney. I am a pizza, order by phone. I am a pizza, please take me home. Oh, I am a pizza, peppers on top, out of the oven, into the box, into the car and upside down. I am a pizza, dropped on the ground. Oh, I was a pizza, I was the best. I was a pizza, now I'm a mess.
Alright, do you remember our song from last week, Autumn Leaves, where we made a big scale up and down our body? I'm just going to go over that one more time before you try it. So it's hands in the air, then it's head, shoulders, then it's tummy, thighs, then knees, then ankles, then toes, and it goes toes, ankles, knees, thigh, tummy, shoulder, head, air, and then tummy, knees, toes. Ooh boy. Good luck.
Autumn leaves are falling to the ground. Look at how they scatter, leaves are all around. Swirling, leaves are flying in the wind. Autumn leaves are falling to the ground. Look at how they scatter, leaves are all around. Swirling, leaves are flying in the wind.
This week's homework should be a lot like last week's homework. It's the same thing, just the order is switched. So this was last week, was ta, 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 ta. This time we're going to switch it. We're going to put the ta's in front. So your rhythm's going to be ta, 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 ta. So let's get that one out of the way. Here's what it looks like. So ta, ta, I have to make a circle up on the right, out of sight. I need to do that again for the second ta. All right, I've got ta, ta. I just need ta, 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 ta. Let me see. Up on the right, out of sight. Up on the right, out of sight. Two more. Up on the right, out of sight. And one more. Up on the right. I did it! That's it. That's pretty easy, right? So let's go over that. Let's make sure I did it correctly. 1, 2, here I go. It's ta, 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 ta. Whew! I got it. This time I'm going to clap it. Should sound the same. Ready? 1, 2, here I go. Ta, 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 ta. That's it. Pretty easy. Excellent. I will see you next week. One more final thing to do. Our last song, the music time is over. So remember, I go first and you're the echo, but we're going to do it in the classical style. All right, I go first. The music time is over. It's time to say goodbye. Goodbye until the next time. Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye. Goodbye, and I'll see you next time.